Deafrowe with Deafrowe closed caption, and I'm back again with another review. And this week, I decided to take on a somewhat semi request from a friend of mine and do a review of Megaforce, or as I like to call Megaforce. And yeah, it's not good. No, not at all. But let's get on with this review. But before I get started, please hit that like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I'm posting another video, usually every Saturday. And it goes right into the movie Megaforce, starring Barry Bostwick, Michael Beck, Edward Mulhare, and Henry Silva as the bad guy. Now, this movie is by no means a great movie. It's fun to watch in certain aspects because of all the stunt work, I guess you could say. So yeah, Megaforce. This I'll read this out for you that because my head's over the other part of it here. It says despite official denials by leaders of the free world, sources now confirm the existence of Megaforce, a phantom army of super elite fighting men whose weapons are the most powerful science can devise. Their mission to preserve freedom, justice, battling the forces of tyranny and evil in every corner of the globe. Oh, good grief. And they're doing it with doom buggies and motorcycles. So, yeah, letting you know. And if you don't know who Barry Bostwick is, just think he's the mayor. He plays the mayor from the show Spin City. And if you don't know who Michael Beck is, the one that plays Dallas in this movie, he is from the Warriors movie. He plays the main character in that movie. Um, Swan in the Warriors. So that's Michael Beck. And then you have Edward Mulhare, which plays Burn White. And you'll notice him. He plays Devin from Knight Rider, which started the same year this movie was made, apparently. 1982. And then you have Henry Silva as Guerrero as the bad guy who's just blowing shit up with tanks for whatever hell the reason he's doing it for. And of course, enter Megaforce. So let's go. It starts off with Guerrero's character right here. Not him. He's like blowing up this factory in this town. Basically, he's doing that. He's doing a little bit of tyranny, is what he's doing. A little tyranny. Gotta get that tyranny out there, so we know we have a reason to do something in this movie. So there you go. He's got all these tanks aimed at this little factory or whatever, and he blows all the shit up. So yeah, that's the start of the movie. And then we cut over to Burn White, and he's been transported to the middle of a desert area to find the Megaforce. And he's waiting for Megaforce to show up, and of course Dallas is the one that shows up. The guy named the guy who the actor Michael Beck plays Dallas here, and he plays like a very very I don't know, stereotypical Southern person. Try to be nice as I can when I say that because it's freaking skull shirt was on it. Come on, Megaforce. Anyway, so then we meet Ralph Wilcox, who plays Zach, and of course he's got to have headphones on for some fucking reason. I don't know what's going on here, but what's weird about this is like the whole time he's got these headphones on, he's like talking to everybody normal, like he doesn't even have them on at all. So it's like, what was the point of doing that? Anyway, and they show off a little bit of their technology right at the very beginning here. Oh, look, we got all these this holograph technology or whatever, and you couldn't see the pathway. We were, hiding behind it the whole time and all this other stuff. Whatever. Let's keep going. Then we get to meet Barry Bostwick's character, Ace Hunter, the pet detective. No, Ace Hunter is I guess, the leader of this group called Megaforce. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. He's the leader of this group, and Ace Hunter it is, or like Ace Hole. Anyway, so we get to see the hangar where they have all this new technology and stuff, and then you meet the professor behind it all and all that stuff, and then of course old Ace Hunter is trying to mac out on Zara is the character's name, played by Persis Kambata. Don't know anything else she's in, so I'm just gonna go with that. So yeah, he's got basically like something that looks like something out of a Star Trek movie with the outfit he's got on, and of course, like I said, stereotypical Southern. Really, crap. Anyway, Barry Bostwick again, Ace Hunter, whatever. Anyway, they're discussing like, hey, we've been monitoring every military base in the world with our computers, our super duper high technology computers. We're gonna just like eavesdrop on every damn conversation in every base around the world, so we know where we can go take out the tyranny. And that's kind of like their whole thing or whatever. So yeah, so they're doing all that or whatever. And apparently, like, these two are buddies, and like, even though Barry Bostwick's character Ace Hunter is like the leader or whatever, Dallas is like his, number two, I guess you could say, or number one, whatever. Anyway, so we get moving on, and for absolutely no reason, they go through all these series of training tests with Zara. Because apparently she wants to prove herself to them and join the team, so to speak. And of course, even though she passes all the tests with flying colors, he doesn't let her join the current mission they're fixing to go on, which is this mission to take out this Guerrero guy, played by Henry Silva, who is going around with his tank troops and just blowing shit up randomly in the desert. It's so stupid. Anyway, so they take huge 2 carrier planes with all their equipment, their big motorcycles with missiles and shit on them, and doom buggies with missiles and lasers on them, and drop them off in the middle of that area or whatever, and there's Guerrero there, the leader of the tank troop or whatever. Anyway, they start the countdown from like, I think like 4 minutes or something like that. Can't remember, or 3 minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes. And they had like 4 minutes to go in this town and blow shit up. I guess they're taking out the base. Look, I checked out pretty early in this movie, and to be honest with you, I had to take a couple, if not a few shots of something to make it all the way through this movie. So if I'm missing some details, I apologize. Megaforce. So let's keep going, shall we? So yeah, they blow shit up and then they run away. That's what they do. So they run away, and then they set up a little camp outside of that little town about, so many miles away. I'm not really sure. 5 minutes over that damn hill, whatever you want to call it. And Guerrero figures out where they are, and he takes a helicopter and lands, like right in their base or whatever. And apparently Guerrero and Ace Hunter know each other or whatever, and they're talking about shit, basically shooting the shit, and then they're like, hey, I'll let you guys go if you leave all your shit behind or whatever. And I'm like, what? What's going on? Anyway. And of course, Ace Hunter's like, no. And hey, you stole my lighter. Like that really good shit. I mean, this is the dumb. Okay, this is just anyway. Moving on. So Guerrero basically like tries to intimidate him a little bit, saying like, "Hey, if you guys just give up, I'll give you a safe passage out here." And of course, Ace Hole is, he's not going to give up. He's like, we're going to fight our way back home or whatever. And they come in. What's so fun? This is so dumb. So Zara and Burn White come in there, and they basically tell him like, look, you're pretty much outgunned here. I don't know if you can complete this mission and all this other stuff. And of course, Ace Hole's like, hey, I can complete this mission, man. These are my people. I know what they're capable of or whatever. So they leave because they could just come in and out of a war zone created by Ace Hole. He lets Guerrero leave on his helicopter or whatever, and then like they start planning out their way of escape. And basically, they're just going to punch a hole through all these tanks and then get onto the plane. Now, initially, they want to get on. There's 2 planes coming in to pick them up, and with 2 planes, they have enough room for all their equipment and all the people. But then Guerrero sees the planes incoming and starts shooting at them with the tanks, obviously, because that's what you do. And as he's shooting at them with the tanks, he is able to damage one of the planes. That plane has to turn around and go back. One plane is left behind to pick up, all the folks that are on their little motorcycles with rocket launchers, as you can see here. And there's a bunch of them. And so what they eventually have to do, which is what Guerrero was telling them they were going to have to do anyway, is to leave all their equipment behind, because there's going to be only standing room on the one plane that picks up everybody, rather than having the 2 planes that would have got everybody in the equipment. So they have to change the plan. So yeah, you see here they start off with 2, and then the one plane gets hit. They do manage to plow through all the tanks and stuff like that and everything, as you can see here. And after they plow through the tanks and everything, they set off all these smoke, I guess, smoke bombs or whatever, from their dune buggies and their motorcycles and stuff, to cover their tracks, or like at least make it hard for them to get shot or whatever. But Ace Hole's motorcycle is shot down, and of course he's left behind, and he's the only one left behind, by the way. Everybody is able to make it to the plane except for him, and the plane takes off with everybody in it. But if you didn't notice before, at the very beginning of the movie, and I left this little detail out because, like I said, I checked out pretty early on this sumbitch. Professor Eggstrom, which was the professor who creates all this technology for this group of people, played by George Firth, which I didn't capture a picture of him in this movie because I don't give a shit. Anyway, he created specifically for Ace Hunter's motorcycle a pair of wings that fold down, and like a rocket launcher on the back side of it, so he could fly his motorcycle in the case of emergencies. Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, as you can see here, Dallas is trying to radio him. It's like, hey man, we're moving. You gotta catch up with us or whatever. And he's not able to catch up, obviously. So what does Ace Hunter do? He puts it in plane mode And he's flying that shit in the air with just the handlebars of the damn motorcycle. Oh, this shit was so funny. I mean, they go so far as to he does like a damn barrel roll and everything for that shit. So you can see here, he's like fixing to go. And everybody's like watching, like, can he do it? Can he do it? Can he do it? And then the next thing you know, he applies, hits that red button. Got to hit that red button. Take off. He's like, yeah, man, you can do it. You can do it. And then of course he does do it. Here comes Ace Hole to the rescue. You can see these little rockets go off on behind him, and he let them wings down. You can see them wings right there. Sucker's going. Look at there. He's up in the air, and everybody, the dudes give him a thumbs up. It's like, yeah, man, you did it. Fly a fucking motorcycle. Oh my god. Man. It's like somebody tried to make a live action version of the Mask cartoon, but I don't know which one came first, Mask or this. It could be this, because this was 1982 after all. This is the year of Knight Rider, which I find hilarious that Ever Mulher is in this, and then he plays a main character in Knight Rider, which is very similar to what this movie's all about, the technology and stuff in these machines. Except none of them talk. And apparently he's, Miguel. Well, not Miguel. Shit, I don't know why I said that. Miguel Guerrero, the bad guy. He's like happy that his friend Ace Hunter was able to escape. Even though it was like this is the weirdest shit. It was like they came in, they blew up some tanks, and then they basically just came in, rattled a freaking wasp nest, and then left, as if that was their mission, to stir shit up even more. And then, not really. I mean, you don't see any villagers freed or anything like that. I mean, you just basically, it's their motorcycles, their dune buggies with lasers and rocket launchers against their tanks. And then they turn around and run. And then he comes back, gives everybody a thumbs up with a big old grin. Mission accomplished, whatever the hell the mission was. I don't know what it was. But I'm wearing this bandana and I got this long hair. And everybody's smiling. The end. And then we get a bunch of shots of shit that we didn't get to see before. And all the stunt work and stuff. And of course, that shot, obviously. And thankfully, this is the end of the movie. This is not going to be a very long video like some of the videos I've done when it comes to reviews, because this movie is not that great. Now, I don't want to put it down there as a 1-star crap fest. I'll give it a 2-star or bogus rating on Criticlist. As you can see my link to that below. And only because it does have a lot of explosions, it does have a lot of fun with the cars, the motorcycles, the dune buggies, they try to make it like a, it reminds me a lot of Knight Rider without actually having Knight Rider involved. So, and I know the guy who did this movie was actually a stunt guy, so, and this was kind of like a project of his own that he wanted to do. I gotta give him props to that. I mean, he knows his stunt work very well, because a lot of the stunts in this movie are pretty cool. But that's the only reason I give it a 2. That's the only thing that keeps it away from being a 1-star crap fest for me. And I admit, I didn't have to make myself stay awake during the action scenes or the blowing up scenes and all the rocket launching laser scenes and stuff like that. That was pretty interesting, but the rest of this movie is just gosh awful. Anyway, that's my review. I'll catch you out on the edge of another review. That's Deafrowe out. Megaforce.